Alright, it is time to shed some light on my favorite type of ant. It isn't by any means obscure, indeed quite the opposite, but it still is noteworthy. I will either A. introduce you to leafcutter ants, B. say things you already know, or C. say information you might not know about leafcutters but know their existence. Ready? So am I. We will start by overviewing what exactly a leafcutter ant is. From the name, you might think they eat leaves. Reasonable response. However, that is surprisingly wrong. You see, leafcutter ants get their name because they cut leaves. Huh, wonder who came up with that. Anyway, what they do is that media and minor class workers, medium-sized and small-sized ones, first climb atop plants and cut their leaves into pieces. Once the leaves are taken back to the nest, they will form very fascinating-looking trails. I mean, look at this stuff. Each worker will be carrying a leaf chunk that sways back and forth. Once at home, the leaf cutters will then deposit the leaf chunks into what is called a fungus comb. Once the leaves are in the fungus comb, they rot. No kidding, they just rot into the fungus comb to feed the fungi. You see, leafcutter ants do not partake in normal consumption, as they have evolved to eat Lycocaprimus gonglyphoris. Guys, did I pronounce that right? Let me know in the comments. Minimum workers, basically extra small workers, help with multiple things across the nest. They ensure the health of the fungus is optimal and even hitch a ride on the leaves that the mediae and minor ants carry. Warning. Many scientific, hard to pronounce names ahead. The Attini tribe, the main tribe of leafcutter ants, is closely related to Scyphomyrmex rumerosus. The closer we get to Attini in our family tree, the more recognizable faces we meet. Sadly, Mycetogroseus isn't one of them. This is supported by the fact that the genus is not widely known or collected. This makes it quite elusive, even though in the wild they are actually quite common. The more well-known and popular ant is Trachymyrmex. Just kidding. When was the last time you ever heard someone mention this? Well, currently now to your list. Fun fact, after studying the molecules of this genus in a phylogeny test, it was revealed that a whopping 31 whole species of this genus had to be moved to other genuses. The next stop on our ant bus ride is Acromyrmex labicornis. No, this ant has nothing to do with the yellow fruit. And yes, corn is botanically a fruit. A slightly more iconic leaf-cutting champion that we will visit now is Acromyrmex versicolor. Interestingly enough, this species prefers to forage in smaller, nearly solitary groups rather than the full-on marching trails. After wandering through random names, we have finally found the first Attini member, Atta barbara. From what I can tell, there is no information about this ant easily available. Next! Atta mexicana and Atta texana live in. I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's right! Mexico and Texas! The queens of Atta texana are 30 millimeters long. The workers are brown with short spines on their thorax. Question: does chicatana sauce sound like a rich and flavorful Mexican dressing? If you said yes, you just agreed to eating boiled ants. Yep, that's right. The Mixtec people invented this sauce which combines chilies, garlic, and onions. Oh, and don't forget leafcutter ants. Yum! Next up, we have the hefty Atta laevigata. This species is large compared to other leafcutters, and it also has quite a shiny appearance. Sorry for that pause there. Just like Atta texana, this species is also used to make a dish. Huminga colonna sounds like a skincare product, right? Wrong. It is a bowl of hundreds of alates. Atta insularis is the largest ant species present in Cuba. Sadly, this species likes to take leaves from crop, such as coffee and citrus. The next species here is my personal favorite, the icon of the leafcutter world, the biggest species, Atacephalotes. Colonies of this species can reach 5 million members. When the minimum class ants climb onto the leaf chunks, parasitoid flies called phorid flies cannot get the ants. You see, phorid flies would lay eggs in an ant, causing its timely demise. Acromyrmex, even though closely related, are not true Atta ants. This video is admittedly a lot short, yes. However, I will probably do a part 2 explaining more information about leafcutters. If I don't, I will probably make a video like this about other ants. If you have an ant species idea for me to cover in part 2, let me know.